Okay, there we go. Got it, guys. Sorry about that. So yeah, what do you guys think? Should we just start, or should we wait? What do you guys think?
I'm having a bit of a technical issue. I'm trying to vote, just vote for myself. Not able to do that.
Yeah, you can't vote in the first 10 minutes, they said.
No, yeah, you can. Or someone already did.
Yeah, I already did.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So it must have already started. All right. Yeah, do you guys want to introduce yourselves? I'd love to get to know you guys a little bit.
Sure. So my name's Jesse Jaffe. I created EOS. I am intending to move on to the next round to support EOS. We are trying to solve the negative sentiment issue in EOS. We do that by using different language hives. We have 12 languages onboarded, and the key is coordinating all the languages. We're incentivizing people to go out and promote EOS, and throughout the different languages, we coordinate them to work together to solve our to promote like our big EOS content, and therefore start solving our negative sentiment issues.
You're on mute. Your audio, yeah, your audio isn't working. Artisa, you want to go?
Sure. So in this election, I'm also a worker for EOS, and I'm supporting the Jesse. Yeah, and I'm gonna vote for him.
Awesome. Yeah, so I'm one of the early validators of the EOS blockchain. When we did the snapshot, also worked with different block producers in different capacities, as well as launched the first DAO on EOS mainnet. I've added value to the Eden community already through contributing to some architecture with consortium where you could claim community tokens. So definitely, Jesse, if you have community tokens, I'd highly recommend checking out the consortium module that we made. Yeah, I'm here today running as a delegate as well. I think I could spend the money effectively. I haven't really thought much about what I would be doing, but my main goal is to add value to the community. I've recently had some unusual success by making the first artwork as an NFT on Ethereum, and we just got an auction at Christie's. It went for over $1 million. So even though I haven't yet decided what I'm going to do with the funds, it'll probably be relating to NFTs and dropping those on Eden members and leveraging my existing community on my new existing community on Ethereum. I'm really interested in cross-chain solutions. I also consult with Alien Worlds, focusing on DAOs. And so this is a huge opportunity as well to integrate some of these other projects I'm working on. So I'm your guy. Vote for me.
Thank you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So my name is Lucas. I'm a software engineer open source software engineer from Germany. I created the EOSgiftcard.com application some time ago while also working for EOStack to build their homepage, like some 2 years ago or so. EOS gift card is a small website application with a smart contract attached, which will create PDF EOS accounts that you can print out and hand over to a friend, a family member, or give away at some meetups or stuff like that. I'm not running for delegate today due to time constraints, but I'll be happy to vote for one of you guys.
Awesome. Well, since you're the tiebreaker, ask away the questions.
So Max, you said you do not have any specific plans of how to use the funds.
I have a bunch of, oh, sorry, go ahead. Was that the full question?
No, that's fine. It's full question.
Yeah, I don't have any plans. I'm more interested in seeing what the community wants to do. I've learned, as you know, I'm also an artist. I'm in my art studio, and I used to kind of like spoon feed my art in a certain direction to try to get people to consume it. And I'm now more interested in working with people rather than telling them, you know, what I want to do. So yeah, I'm here today to kind of discover that with the Eden members directly face to face, rather than just kind of this random back and forth chat that it doesn't seem very effective for the way I build stuff. Yeah, last Eden test election, I said, regardless of whether I win or not, I'm still going to build on Eden. And I did. I delivered this consortium tool. So yeah, I'm curious today. I mean, if we have enough time, I'd love to get your feedback about what should be built on Eden. And yeah, I mean, I have funds available to do that, regardless of whether yeah, I win or not. You'll see more airdrops and rewards and all sorts of fun things from myself and my my other community members.
Okay, how about Jesse?
Hey,
can you already specify what do you want to use the funds for? Or
sure.
like, I know you're running the bees, but are there any specific sub projects that you would like to fund?
I'm just curious. We put out like a good amount of info on the bees. How familiar are you with the project?
I've read some stuff about it here and there, but I did not like actively participate yet.
Okay, so I'll give you a quick update on that, and then talk about potential other projects. So we have 150 people ready to go right now across 12 different languages to start promoting EOS, building communities in their language to fix the FUD that's out there, engage the FUD, correct misconceptions, create content, and just get out. We have no one, well, I would say less than 5 people on Reddit right now posting about EOS. Same with Facebook. So there's a huge gap in what we need to do to compete with our other smart contract blockchains. So specifically how we're using the funds, we have a whole funding distribution where 5% goes to myself, which is I am the queen bee. 95% goes to the language hives proportional to how many bees they've recruited. And we're looking for a treasury of 25,000 EOS. We have we pay out every 2 weeks with a 6-month runway. So that means because Eden pays out monthly, to achieve our goal, we would need around 4,000 EOS a month. So, you know, I've got quite a few other bees in here. If a few of us make it to the chief delegate round, we'll achieve that goal. If we don't achieve that goal, there's other options that we can cut the work that we're planning on doing. So the work that each hive is responsible for, there's 2 meetings a month that's recorded and subtitled. So each meeting is subtitled back to English and then subtitled again to all the other languages in the hive. So everyone in EOS knows what's going on in our very decentralized community. And a newsletter once a month at the end. So for example, like we can cut that like 1 meeting a month and maybe like a shorter newsletter if we don't get the funds. So then to your original question, if we do reach that goal, anything above it, we are going to donate to EOS support. Now, when we talk about EOS marketing in general, there's attract and then there's onboard. So EOS Bees is like the attract side of that. We're going to bring people into our Discord. And then if they need help, we send them to EOS support. So we're going to be working closely with them, and we will be donating to them if we reach beyond our budget.
I think the structure is quite similar to the Eden itself, right? Of the bees with the different layers of workups and I don't know like all the names for the different levels, but are there any plans to leverage the Eden software in the future to run EOSBs?
Yes. So I've been participating in the I don't know if you've seen it, like the weekly More Equal Animal calls. And so I've been reading the book, and I have developed this organizational structure based on the principles of the book. So it's a fractal organizational structure. The way we use Eden is there's trust involved in the system. We are in a unique point of time because EOS price has quote unquote failed. The people who are left are here for a reason besides price.
That's
so
right.
They must care about EOS. So like if I was in the Ethereum ecosystem, I couldn't do this because I wouldn't know who to trust. And so the Princess Bees, which is the leader of the hive, they've all been here. They're all Genesis holders. They have to be in Eden. In the English hive, because Eden is just primarily in English right now, the workers, which is so it's Queen, Princess, Workers, Scout. The workers have to be in Eden. But what we're planning on doing is, because we're building these communities in different languages, this is the seed for Eden communities in different languages. So there are, like, for example, the Russian community language, we're building from scratch Arabic, Hindi, and the leaders of those communities are in Eden and care very much about Eden. And so that's how we're gonna integrate Eden in all this.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I've seen quite some drive around the EOSBs project in the past couple of weeks. I was also inducted by another EOSB member to Eden. So
who's that?
I guess Melvin Pierce.
Ah, awesome.
Yeah, and well, I guess I'm gonna vote for you.
Thank you.
Sorry, Max.
Awesome, guys. You guys want to talk about anything else?
So Max, you mentioned tokens, like community tokens. As EOSBs, we are not planning on doing any tokens because of the legal kind of complications with that. But I have used the platform. I think it's an awesome incentive for Eden members. And I will certainly promote your platform for, like, I think EOS Starter is a great, I don't know if you've talked to them, but that's probably a great kind of team to connect with. And I can certainly help with that because I have good relationships there.
Don't worry about it. This is more of a, a side thing for me anyway.
Oh, okay.
It's it's just one of those things. I'm like, oh man, I want to add value to Eden, because what I've seen from close friends I've tried to onboard onto EOS and Eden specifically, they're like, what's the incentive? And I verbally couldn't describe that. I started getting into some like technical, like, it's cool because of governance, and they're like, what? Like, why would I do this? Most of these guys are like, crypto investors or speculators. They're not really into crypto as community, and so they need some incentive. So that's why I built that tool. But yeah, I think I'm definitely interested in extending the value and integrating EOS into some already used games and other applications that I was talking about earlier. So yeah, hopefully that's possible. And those don't necessarily need funding either. So I don't, I'm not too concerned, and that's why I don't have a particular pitch in mind, because it's going to happen regardless. So yeah, congratulations, Jesse, and yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Definitely keep us posted. I was checking out your Telegram. I saw one, it's not very active, like there hasn't been posts in like a week or so. Do you have any other ones besides the English one, like the core one?
Yeah, so the reason is because we moved to Discord. If you check the
Okay.
pin post
What's the
in
link?
that, it's right in the pin post. If you go to the English Hive Discord, I mean the Telegram, in the pin post is our new Discord.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's actually something I can briefly address. I have talked to other members like Josh Seymour, and through Josh, who've talked to Zach Gall, we feel like the EOS community needs to move to Discord, because Discord is better for complex communities, and we have a very complex community. And it's been kind of surprising to find out that a lot of people in the EOS community have not used Discord. And like, for example, EOSBs, we have 12 languages that each have their own FAQ, they have their own voice channel, they have their own announcements channel, they're going to have their own support channel. And that's a different channel for each. So that's a lot that you can't do in Telegram. So that's number one. Number two, you can assign roles in Discord. So obviously we have the Queen Bee, Princess Bee, Worker Bee, Scout Bee, and all the different languages, admins. Yeah, I predict a move to Discord soon for the whole EOS community. I know Zach's working on that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Telegram. We've had so many problems with all
Awesome.
these different communities, and like, oh man, so many scammers pop in there, and there hasn't been a really good identity solution on there. I've seen incredible stuff with these NFT communities where if you hold certain cards, you're allowed in certain channels. And I'm like, why don't we have this for the EOS stuff? So yeah, I would, you know, if you're looking at tackling that problem, that's a huge one. I mean, we have, you know, we should be able to segment people just off, you know, Eden memberships and Discord and things like that. So yeah, that's, someone needs to build that.
Yeah. In terms of the scamming problem, so Dario, Drill Sergeant Zeus, he's the Princess Bee of the English Hive, and he feels like, yes, you can have roles in Discord that show that you're an Eden member, but in Telegram, when you post, it says admin, and people still get scammed. So that's not really a solution to the scamming thing. The solution to that is EOS support. So in our Discord, we have a help category. So English help, Spanish help, whatever. And that automatically takes them to a URL to EOS support, where they will definitely not get scammed. So that's kind of their thing that they're working on, the scamming problem. If we can funnel everyone into EOS support, then people will not get scammed.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, there's lots of good ways to handle that. Well, awesome, guys. Should we call it a day unless there's anything else we want to discuss?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
No, I'm fine.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, and thank you for all your work.
Thank you.
All right. So let's just quick